Whatever happened to those day in the life working in tech vlogs?
Girl, what you mean? We all getting laid off, boo.
Hey, so you may have heard that there were going to be layoffs at Meta in the recruiting department. That's me. I'm a technical recruiter, so come with me and see if I got laid off.
I got laid off.
Another day, another tech layoff announcement. 1 minute you're updating your Jira board, the next you're updating your resume. To be fair, nobody really saw it coming this hard. Not after all the talk about job stability, company culture, and those "we're like family" Slack messages. But here we are, people getting laid off through emails, Zoom calls, even get this access denied alerts while trying to clock in. Not exactly the soft life TikTok sold us, huh? I'm not here to pick sides. It sucks when companies cut people with no warning, but at the same time, this whole thing is bigger than just bad bosses or lazy workers. It's a system that sells you comfort, then hits you with chaos. So let's break it down. What's actually happening in tech right now? Why are even the cushy jobs disappearing? And what does that mean for the rest of us trying to stay afloat in this economy without losing our sanity or our jobs?
Whatever happened to those day in the life working in tech vlogs?
Girl, what you mean? We all getting laid off, boo. Or you're an employee like me who, thank God, I made it through the layoffs, but I'm terrified now having just seen a 10% of my org cut. And yeah, I'm not going to sit here and do a happy-go-lucky, what I do in a day in the life of a software engineer. I'm just doing, okay?
See, she said the quiet part out loud. While TikTok was busy romanticizing $180,000 salaries and midday Pilates breaks, some folks were sitting there like, if I post this, will HR see me before payroll does? Because nothing says job security like pretending your espresso machine is proof you deserve to stay employed. But in all seriousness, she gets it. A lot of people felt that tension between enjoying the perks and wondering when the rug would be pulled.
Because I'm fucking terrified. And this is all personal experience. My company literally earlier this week, like this Tuesday, went through layoffs, 1,500 positions cut, and they were all technology jobs. It's terrifying. And this is my second round of layoffs that I've made it through in the 6 years that I've worked at my company. And it was terrifying the first time. It was terrifying this time. And more, especially as I get older, I just realize how important it is to have multiple streams of income because I'm not built for this corporate life. Like, it is scary out
Let's be real. Tech wasn't just a career path. For a while, it felt like a personality type. You got the remote job, the standing desk, and a coffee machine that cost more than your grandma's rent. You were finally in. You made it. But then you started noticing something. A coworker disappeared from the Slack channel. That Friday all-hands meeting felt a little ominous. And suddenly the perks didn't feel like protection anymore. That's because most of these companies, even the big names, weren't built on stability. They were built on growth, aggressive growth, the kind that looks great when interest rates are low and investors are thirsty. But the second the money slows down, they're not going to protect you. They're going to protect their bottom line. And unfortunately, that bottom line doesn't include your kombucha stipend. So no, it's not that you were lazy. It's not that you didn't work hard. It's that in the world of tech, you can go from valued team member to cost-cutting casualty faster than your Wi-Fi disconnects on a Zoom call. And that's what makes this so disorienting for so many, because people didn't just lose a paycheck. They lost a sense of identity, security, and trust.
Tech layoffs are due to influencers doing day in the life videos at a tech job.
Let's be honest. Tech wasn't just a job. It became a lifestyle brand. Free lunch, nap pods, remote Fridays, unlimited PTO. It started giving soft life energy before TikTok even had the term. And don't get me wrong, some of y'all worked hard, but let's not pretend we didn't all see those videos. Day in my life at Google, where the hardest decision was whether to get oat milk or almond in your free latte. I'm not saying people weren't doing real work. I'm just saying, some of those daily schedules looked like sponsored ads for adult summer camp.
Spend the day with me at Facebook Austin. Start off my day by getting there for breakfast. Here is my face when I realized the cafe closes at 10 a.m. and not 10:30. So I ended up just making a latte for breakfast, which is okay with me. It was free. We have plenty of different milks, so I really enjoyed it. Definitely not an espresso, but it was free, so can't complain.
But here's the thing. When you're living in a bubble that soft, any prick feels fatal. People built identities around job perks, not job skills. So when the perks went away, a lot of folks started spiraling because the work was never just work, it was their worth. And that's what entitlement culture really did. It made comfort look like a constant instead of what it always was, a perk, not a promise. Now the espresso's gone, the kombucha taps are dry, and people are wondering what happened to the dream.
Afterwards, I went up to my floor and went to the kitchen, grabbed a quick Sprite just in case they're gone before the end of the day. I also got a protein bar since I missed breakfast clearly. Then I just started doing some work. I've been really busy the last couple days, so really just playing catch up during this time. Afterwards, I had a training I wanted to listen to, so I just went into a room all by myself and booked it. Then it was lunch, so went down to our lunch floor, and here are the views, literally so beautiful. Basically went to like some Chipotle style restaurant we have, sat and watched Netflix during lunch. Normally I would talk to my team, but they weren't there that day. Here's my face on the elevator when we kept having to stop. I was so annoyed. Tried this vegan cookie, it was pretty okay. Then I got a green tea and walked home. Bye.
So the dream job had a ping pong table. Now you're Googling how to cancel your gym membership without paying the termination fee. Because let's be real, once the layoff hits, the vibe changes fast. It's not how do I climb the ladder anymore, it's how do I pay rent next month without selling a kidney on Facebook Marketplace.
Go to university for all these years, you graduate, you apply for a job, and then the job requirements are for 3 years plus for an entry-level job.
At this point, I'm convinced some of these companies are hiring profits, not employees. Must predict trends before they happen, must walk on water, must accept $16 an hour. The truth is, most of us weren't prepared. Not because we're lazy, not because we didn't plan, but because everything is expensive and the job market is brutal. You're expected to have 5 years experience for an entry-level job, learn 6 different software platforms, and have the emotional intelligence of a monk who does therapy in Python. Meanwhile, rent has doubled, groceries are offensive, and Uber Eats is basically a luxury service for the emotionally exhausted. We didn't lose ambition. We lost margin. Margin for error, margin for rest, margin to be a person. So when people say, just get another job, it's like, great idea, Susan. You hiring? So we've gone from overworked to overwhelmed, chasing soft life with side hustles and screen time instead of sleep. But here's the twist. Even with all that effort, the rug still got pulled. Because for a lot of Gen Z, the wake-up call wasn't just burnout. It was the pink slip. Suddenly, the soft life turned hard real fast, especially when the company that promised unlimited PTO just restructured half the team on Slack. And sure, everyone's pointing fingers at AI like it's the villain in this story. But what if it wasn't the robots? What if it was the delusion? The delusion that tech jobs were forever, that funding would always flow. That those day-in-the-life TikToks were actually sustainable. Because here's the truth no one wants to hear. AI didn't tell companies to overhire during the boom. That was investor hype, not innovation. Companies staffed up like they were preparing for a 100-year tech utopia, but when profits didn't match projections, the cuts came, fast, brutal, and viral. It's not that AI came for your job. It's that the system gambled with your job like it was monopoly money. So now we're here, sipping iced coffee, scrolling through layoffs, and wondering if we ever had job security, or if we just believed a very well-lit lie. So yeah, turns out it wasn't just AI, or hustle culture, or a glitch in the algorithm. It was the fact that we bought into a fantasy. A beautifully curated, overfunded, iced coffee-soaked fantasy. And now that the fantasy is crumbling, the question is, what do we do next? The truth is, job security was never promised. Not in tech, not in retail, not in that 9 to 5 with the free snacks and fake plants. So maybe now, finally, we start making decisions based on reality, not Instagram, not the fake hustle, not the fake rest, not the fake luxury. Because the real flex in your 20s, not quitting your job in a dramatic TikTok, not manifesting a penthouse with 321 in your checking account. The real flex is being adaptable, saving when you can, learning how to pivot, and knowing the difference between soft life and soft logic. Look, this isn't about fear, it's about being smarter than the algorithm. Because if layoffs taught us anything, it's that vibes don't pay rent. So go ahead, enjoy the iced coffee, just maybe set up that emergency fund first. And don't worry, we'll keep calling it out. One sarcastic, well-lit, financially responsible video at a time.